Hello and welcome to the episode 9 of Microbiome Gazers. Microbiome Gazers is a platform where we discuss about microbiome. We invite experts uh, from different parts of the world talking about the role of the microbiome in health and wellness. And this is being brought by leucinerichbio, which is South Asia's first microbiome company, and Bugspeaks, which is South Asia's first gut microbiome test. So in this episode, I'm very happy to introduce the audience to Shruti Sethi. Shruti Sethi is a well-renowned fashion designer, health coach, and a cancer warrior. She has not only beaten cancer, but she's helping others to fight this disease in a very interesting manner. We all know about chemotherapy, we all know about radiotherapy, we all know about the latest medicine, but how food affects the outcome of this disease is also something that we ought to know. And in that context, I believe that people like Shruti Sethi play a very important role. So, welcome, Shruti, to the episode of Microbiome Gazers. The floor is all yours, and you can introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you, Dr. Debojyoti, for such a nice introduction. I'm really honored to speak on this platform like this, and you're doing an amazing job yourself in increasing the awareness about this. So, introducing about myself, you already introduced me, but I would just talk a bit about my journey as a health coach. And I never ever thought that I am always dreamed that I'm going to be a holistic health coach and come into this or something related to with health as well, because I was a fashion designer, was had my own brand and was working with home before, was leading like a normal happy life, and my life actually changed after the diagnosis of cancer in 2015. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it's a lymphatic cancer. It's a cancer of your immune system. I didn't know what is immune system that they back there, and what is actually also, why does, why do cancer also happen? It was just unknown. So many things were unknown to me. So I think that was a turning point in my life, where it led me into a state of inquiry, and through my own journey, and when I dive deep into aspects of nutrition and food and mindfulness, lot of other factors which aspects of how the body can heal, integrative approaches. So it went through my journey, and it actually morphed me into being a better and conscious being, and understand got. Can you can you hear me? Yeah. So that was something which, uh, through my own experiences, then I got when I understood these aspects, I thought that let me also, uh, spread this awareness and knowledge with everyone, and hence I, after getting proper certifications, and also started working as a health coach in corporate firm and working with various other people, I decided that let me just launch my own wellness company and help as much as many more people. So that was my brief journey on becoming a health coach.
Right. So, Shruti, you started something called as Anaha, right? ANAHA,
Yeah.
and you're also associated with Sharan. So, if you could give some insights onto these two organizations that you are part of.
Yeah, so it all happened because I wanted to understand more about plant-based nutrition. So I took a certification from Sharan. I was a facilitator with them, and I and started doing a lot of seminars, and myself, I had developed a relationship with my own food. I started cooking my own food, and was enjoying what I was putting in my body, and understood how your body has a great connection with your food. And develop, when I myself developed that connection, and I was just I'm blown away that how usually, if I give my example, I said I was always never a morning person. I used to feel very heavy in when I used to get up, never fresh. But when I changed the way I looked at food and ate the food, I my body started also revitalized. It became revitalized. And so these small steps, when I started taking myself, I had this, I started believing that nutrition plays such an important role. And I started when I really wanted a holistic approach towards health. It so lot of people started taking my help in terms of getting better, and a lot of people started also during COVID, when I actually started these small fasting groups and groups of my own. A lot of people joined, and I thought that it has to grow on a larger scale. What can I do to reach out to more and more people? And when people started getting good results, I said this has to go out, and that's how I started a few months back, Anaha, and where we whoever comes, we all give this holistic advice. I'm not against science, I'm not against medicines. It's like an integrative approach which we also apply, because that helped me as a cancer survivor, as a cancer thriver. So yeah, but it, and each individual is treated as a different entity, because each body is different. One protocol doesn't fit everyone. So that's so important. Even if you're going with conventional treatment or non-conventional treatment, you need to understand the body's symptoms, and then you apply certain things and aspects.
Absolutely.
That's how I started.
Yeah, we discussed this earlier also, that food plays a very important role in how the cancer should be treated. So therapies, conventional medicines, they're just one part of it, but food definitely plays a very important role. If you talk about the scientific part of it, I mean, there are so much research that has gone into it. People have shown that high calories intake can lead to the worsening of cancer, actually. And then, of course, we coming from the eastern side of the world, we are blessed to have insights from Ayurveda and other such scriptures, where the role of haldi and all other spices, which make a
Yeah.
normal part of our food regimen, they play a very important role. So Shruti, because you have yourself dealt with this disease, and you have come out stronger with the various uh, add-ons that you have taken in this course. It is very important for the audience, especially on this platform, to understand and know from you how taking a particular kind of food helped you come out of the disease. So if you could elaborate on that, it will be great.
Yeah. Sure. So, when, even if you're going with conventional treatment, let's talk about that first. So, if you're taking chemotherapy or radiation, along with the cancerous cells, a lot of healthy cells also get destroyed, because the the drug doesn't actually know to distinguish between the cancerous cells and non-cancerous cells. So what happens is, when the drugs goes inside, it just kind of also targets the healthy cells, and that's why the most fastest growing cells, like your hair and the digestive tract, also gets destroyed. And if at that point of time, if you're not giving proper nutrition to our body, and if we are giving too acidic food, and the food which can actually repair the damaged cells, and also flush out those cells, it becomes very difficult for body to even get better. or even, there are so much of side effects of chemotherapy which one deals with. And I've been on the both sides, when I was not taking proper nutrition and when I was taking nutrition. So when I was not taking a proper nutrition guidance, I had a lot of nausea and bloating, and was not really keeping well when the chemotherapy drugs were given. Like whole day I had so much of muscular pain, and I was just like, I thought that I would never survive this, because the body it's so intense, like the first few drugs, the first few sessions of the chemotherapy. But as soon as I changed the diet and I started understanding what kind of diet one needs to put in during the chemotherapy, which was not advised by the main doctors, because doctors say that you can eat whatever you want, which I really don't know and I don't believe in. But when you take the diet which actually is alkaline in nature, which is easy for the body to assimilate and digest, so that actually changes the whole game. The symptoms gets better, the nausea also gets better, and that's what happened with me. I mean, it was such an incredible turnout when I started taking proper nutrition. I started taking juices. I also started a bit of raw food. I mean, I also believe, if you started taking a non-GMO organic good food, that also helps you, or the damaged DNA to get better, because we need to understand that GMO is like genetically modified organisms, that food which has so much of chemicals and pesticides, and any which ways in environment we have thousands and thousands of toxins. And these all toxins, when they go inside, and they sort of also uh, affect our digestion system, affect our immunity. So how to actually also build your immunity? So when you have the food which is full of rich on antioxidants and and have these anti-cancerous properties, like as you said, in Ayurveda and all, we've already blessed with so much of turmeric. And when you take these kind of herbs and concoctions of giloy, and to increase your WBC, and also uh, you know ginger and cinnamon, all these are really healing herbs. And when you take them properly and as a guided thing, they can also improve the outcome of the cancer treatments actually.
Yeah, now you have hit the nail, and one of the very important organs that we generally miss is the gut, especially in cancer. Now, current research is proving that not only because of the disease the gut gets affected, because of the affected gut, the disease also gets kind of it worsens. So it's a two-way thing, and when I say gut, I'm primarily talking about the gut microbiota. Um, what happens is, because of the disease, it has been found that a lot of the microorganisms residing in the gut, they are different from a normal individual. Because they are different, uh, some of the so-called bad microorganisms or pathobionts, uh, they overpopulate. That leads to inflammation, and in many cases, because of the drugs that are given in to cancer patients, like cycloheximide or Taxol or all those chemotherapeutic drugs, uh, they also affect the gut microbiota. Overall, what happens is your gut microbiota gets disbalanced, and there is a term called dysbiosis of the intestine. Dysbiosis of the intestine in cancer patients, because of the disease and also because of the drug, it leads to sometimes leaky gut. And there are innumerable instances where, because of the leaky gut, a lot of these pathobionts, they come to the bloodstream and cause secondary infection. So all these issues
Absolutely.
you know point to the fact that for not only fighting cancer but in general, gut health becomes very important. And looking at the gut, profiling the gut, and giving right recommendation in terms of the food, which will help the gut heal, and hence lower the chance of the side effects ruling the body, is enormous. And I think time has come that we propagate this idea to a larger audience through various platforms. So yeah. So coming to your own experience, Shruti, you started taking plant-based food during your chemotherapy session. If you could tell the audience how it
Yes.
helped, help you cope up with the disease better, because in clinical
Right.
research there is a term called n is equal to 1, where there's one individual who provides certain kind of guide and insights into how things are happening. And since you have fought
Right.
the disease and come out of it, you are the best uh, person to let us know how it all happens. I think we have lost Shruti again. Yeah, I think we have lost her. I think we have lost Shruti. Will wait for her to rejoin. We'll take a break for. Yeah, I think she's rejoining. Shruti, we lost between. We can't still hear you well.
I think we got lost in between.
Yeah, we got lost. Now we are back. Yes, Shruti. You.
Yeah. Is it better now?
Yes. Oh, we lost you again. We'll wait for Shruti to rejoin the session. Let me take a break for a minute, and we'll resume in a minute. Oh, she's back again. Shruti, if you can hear us, can you? Hello. Let me take a break, and we'll resume in a minute.